Let's talk about Dana Chanel. You know who that is?
I know Dana Chanel. The, she's like the Christian. She has a Christian company. I think. What was the name of her company again?
What is wait? She's the person who does Sprinkle of Jesus.
Sprinkle of Jesus. Yeah.
So if you're on social media, you definitely have heard of Sprinkle of Jesus. And to be honest, I'll give her credit. It's a very nice app. It gives you like little reminders, uplifting, spiritual things and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, get this. So, what's going on right now is she's being exposed as a scammer.
Oh God.
So,
literally, oh God.
Right. Oh God. Right. Oh God. So, okay. So,
but why is she being exposed? Like, what?
Well, 2020 has been coming at us with a vengeance.
Yes, it has.
Anybody who's into social media, sometimes your favorite Instagrammers, celebrities, whatever you want to call them, it's like, wait a minute, things are not what it's cracked up to be.
Mm-hmm.
All these people that we thought was so rich.
It's been like that. It's just now it's coming out.
Well, listen, COVID is, I don't know what it is. If it's 2020, if it's COVID, but it's just a lot.
It's a combination.
It's a lot going on. But Dana Chanel, she's getting exposed. Like, someone actually, like, what's crazy about it, though, just to backtrack a little bit, people have been saying little things about her. And you know how it is. People don't really pay attention until it's like a big name.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a big page. I don't want to butcher her name, but she's pretty dope as well. Damn, I don't want to butcher her name. But she put up a post about how she almost got scammed by a Christian entrepreneur. So when we upload this, we're gonna put up the post because I think it's still up.
Okay.
But she basically said so.
That is not godly.
Right. Right. But but she put up a post saying how she almost got scammed by Dana Chanel. And listen, it's one thing when a little old us might have an issue, but when someone has over 100,000 followers,
that following,
and they put something out, listen, shit go up in flames. So now it's like when you go through the comments, everybody was telling their story. It was like a whole nother Bill Cosby, like,
oh wow,
me too, me too, me too, and it's like, wow,
I thought that movement was over, no?
But so everybody was in the comments saying how she scammed them, and there was a couple other big pages that were also. So like my whole thing about it is, I don't know how you feel about it. I have an issue with people using spirituality, like they try to use God
as their come up.
Right.
As their come up.
Right. And they play on emotions, like, thus said the Lord, but buy my shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, thus said the Lord, but here's some more shit to buy. Like, it's just this whole thing, like, God is their
clutch.
Right. But it's like you're like a,
It's kind of like a person who goes and commit murder and be like, oh, the Bible told me to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like, they make jokes like you get with a man who's like, I think it was a meme going around, and it was like, I love dating a church girl because I cheat on her, and then we say the devil made me do it, and we just pray about it and move on.
Okay.
Or whatever. So it's like,
okay.
People use it for their, y'all, just don't mind my hair. But, yeah, so she's getting exposed. And what I was saying is, like, for me, I tell anybody, I love God, all of that stuff, but I still curse.
Mm-hmm.
And I will curse you.
The fuck out.
If you, insert that song that's going around, try Jesus, don't try me.
Don't try me.
So, but yeah, I just feel like as adults, we can't just be gullible just because someone tell you that they love God. At the end of the day, the devil was an angel. Mm-hmm. So do not trust these people just because they're shoving God in your face and making you feel guilty. Listen.
But here's my question: how did she scam them? Like what?
So from my understanding, okay, so some people were saying that they paid her it was like two different situations or two different things that she was providing. Okay, so I think it's like three. Well, this is a lot now that I'm thinking about it. But one situation was people who said they paid for an app, and either they didn't get what they paid for, or she made it where they couldn't sign into their app to make any changes.
Oh,
So you
unless they
create
want to pay more, kind of thing.
you created an
Oh.
app, and that's another big page too. I think her name is Anja. I follow her as well. But she has a big community of people that love her, believe in her, and she tried to create an app for her people. I think it's called the Healing Room or something like that. And she actually posted on this person's post and said, Dana Chanel blocked her from being able to sign in. This was after everybody had paid to join her app. So that was one thing, was basically doing trifling stuff as far as we don't know what that was about, child, but it made her smile, so I don't know. Okay. but so she basically had blocked her from being able to access the app. Then there was something where she purchased a home and she was calling it like the Sprinkle of Jesus Airbnb.
Oh, cult.
Oh. Allegedly. Yeah, we gotta be putting allegedly in this stuff, child, because I ain't trying to get sued.
That part.
You ain't gonna get nothing but a Band-Aid, but I'm not trying to get
I'm just guessing, I'm not saying, I'm not suggesting, I'm just guessing.
So she created something, and I guess there was supposed to be some sort of boot camp situation, and apparently people paid $5,000 to have this. I don't know if it was a weekend thing. I don't know what it was, but I ain't got it, so she definitely wasn't gonna get my $5,000. Oh, she's very pricey. Oh. So apparently, so she did that. So that's another thing. So something about the money. So COVID happened. Things had to get canceled. She wasn't talking about no refund. At the end of the day, it's not like you paid a venue and lost your deposit. This is your home that you said you purchased.
Right.
So to me, I always feel like it's better to do good business and save face. Yeah. Because what happens if that 100 people invest in you, and it's one thing to take a loss of 100 people, than to actually
shut down,
mess up your face, and now 1,000 people don't want to deal with you. Like, wait a minute, she kind of grimy. So I would have just gave people their money back, or
credit them or something.
Credit them or tell them that you could use this at a later date, something. But I think she just was playing out, ignoring people.
You don't. When something goes bad in business, the worst thing you could do is ignore someone.
But that's what they do.
Me personally, if something's going on in business and I'm trying to contact you and I can't reach you, that's when all the thoughts go. But if you're communicating with me, I might be a lot more understanding and be like, okay, well, let me know when a situation is fixed or something like that, or let's figure it out or something. But if you're blocking me out and you're not, I'm gonna go with my own.
Well, I got a question though. I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate. No pun intended to about Christian people. But what about when you deal with customers that they're hell bent? This is like a little sidebar. What about when you deal with customers that are hell bent on complaining?
Well, let them complain to themselves. Number one. The thing is, it's like if a person is like all they want to do is complain, you will address them once. The answer is not going to change unless you have a different outcome, unless something else change. So if you communicate with that person one time, then you follow up. I guess it comes back from my customer service background. So for me, it's like I will communicate with you one time and let you know, hey, I know you're expecting this and that on this date, but something's coming up. Whether I send a mass email to everybody who's involved or just speak to them individually and let them know we are working towards fixing it, I will contact you at a later date. If you're calling me in between that date that I give you, if I ignore you, that's different, because I told you I'm going to contact you in an update at certain dates. But if you're contacting me within that time, that's on you.
Right. Unless, like for me, just my personal thing, I'll pay you. I'll give you back your money. Unless it's something where I had to buy material and I had to, it took from me. Sometimes when it's like a service, like I said, she didn't rent a venue. I would give you back your money. And if you're like really
maybe she needed it for her mortgage.
If you're real,
that's
girl,
but damn, that's what it sounds like to me.
If you're hell bent on complaining, I'm one of those people that I will give you back your money. And I would never do business with you again. Like, I think as business owners, at least for me, I've had those type of people that they just want to complain. It's like, you know what, ma'am? Here's your money back. Thank you. This is when the customer service comes into place. Thank you so much for your business. I really apologize for the inconvenience. and I wish you the best.
Right.
You know, it's like customer service. You put that motherfucker on mute. This motherfucker. But in their face, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Like, unfortunately, we couldn't resolve the issue. So I think it's best that we just part ways and I give you your money back.
Because as someone who's offering service, not to cut you off, the customer's always right.
To a degree.
I know we don't like to hear that,
right,
but
to a degree. Right. But you should definitely
always right to a point
professional.
Where, exactly.
I think that's what it is.
They always right to the point where they deserve your professionalism.
At all times.
At all times.
Definitely.
So regardless of how you feel, like she said, go on mute and curse them out as they're talking, and just know, you know, like
I mute them quick.
Like me, I know how to get back in the conversation. Like, yeah, okay, I understand, and I didn't hear nothing they said before. I'm good at that, you know, but. At the same time, it's like you have to make your customer understand, like, if it's something that's out of your control, make them understand it's out of your control, but you're working with them.
Right. That's
because true. They're looking for your service, and you're the business owner that need them as a customer. Unless it's one of those customers there are some customers you don't need.
Right.
Unless it's one of those customers and that's different, but we have to make sure that we as business owners, that we are professional at all times. We cannot go ignoring people because we're having a bad day.
You got their money, girl. You gotta answer their damn message.
And if it's a situation, you know, that
with the same enthusiasm as you took their money.
Exactly. And if it's a situation where you cannot, no, you're good. If it's a situation where you cannot speak to them in terms of, you know, let's say she got hit by COVID when they're trying to, you know, contact your husband. And the rest of your staff.
But my thing is, all that money you make, you got somebody that can answer.
You got somebody that can answer.
Oh, so that was our sidebar. So it was that. Then they have a tax business. And then it was told that there was foul play in the tax business.
Ooh.
And then they, you know, people complaining about that. Then there's another business. So what's crazy about the whole situation is, as much as sometimes you want to, because I like Dana Chanel. Like, you know,
like her too.
She talks with so much passion. You know, she just has this real go-getter drive. But my issue is, if she got 5 businesses, all of them are being accused of some sort of scam.
There's some truth to it.
So it's like, it sounds like something in the water is dirty. So with that being said, this is another company, and I was like, you know, for me, we can learn from. So I went to this conference called BYOB Live, which is Build Your Own Brand Live. It was a conference in Atlanta. You know, it was huge, you guys. I had never, and this is not a ad or a plug, it's my genuine feeling. I had never been to a conference like this. It was so beneficial. It was like hundreds, if not thousands of people there, creators, learning about everything. So what happens, I had such a great time last year that I paid for this year's conference. Then boom, Corona hit.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is that, now granted, these tickets were expensive. So these tickets, say they were like $100 a pop. So imagine you have 1,000 people paying you. It's kind of hard based on what he probably had to pay to get speakers, So what he did is, you know what, this year we're going to make it virtual. And next year, whoever purchased the 2020 ticket, you get free admission. That's how you do business. And with that, every 2 months or so, he gives you an update. This is what's going on. We're going to reschedule. We're going to do this. That's really how you do business. You keep your customers in the loop, so no one could ever say that BYOB is a scam.
Communication.
And based on the way he took care of the situation, I'm there. Every year, I'm there. Because I loved it. I love the fact that you kept us in the loop. You didn't, because we're all going through shit. Like, you going through it, we're going through it. So, let's just be honest and just put it out there like, damn it. If COVID messed up our plans.
And COVID messed up a lot of people's plans. So people have to understand that that's okay. And a lot of
so, like, you know what that, like, remember she was doing the boot camp at the house.
I guess she offered. I didn't hear no apology in her most recent post. Like, she made a post basically indicating, you know.
So she finally commented. Okay, so breaking news.
Breaking news.
Okay,
breaking
so.
News. But for me, I just feel like her post, her most recent post that she just, what you're looking at right now.
You want to read it?
Go ahead, read it, yeah.
Okay, so she made a post, and I didn't even notice this. She over here looking at stuff. I'm thinking she looking at text messages.
No.
But she put up a
Research.
post, and she says, demanding me to prove myself, my character, or how I do business is like asking Mayweather to fight one more fight because you're not convinced he's the best.
That sound like a
That's
victim
not
cry. That's not an
true.
apology.
I gave you my money, sweetheart. I ain't give Mayweather shit.
Right.
But okay.
All right,
Finding joy, betting on his failure. No. But okay. I've not only given social media free game throughout the entire process, but then did not hoard wealth by distributing it back to black women and men through tech, product distribution, and the financial industry. Oh, so you're a victim.
Exactly. That's what I got from it. She's victimizing
Asking
herself.
me to continue fighting my own community shows me many are not. Oh, okay, so this is not my mistake. This is hers. Many are not in. That wasn't me. That's her. Yeah, believe me. Many are not in this to be educated, but just to be entertained. That's gaslighting. I spent my money with
Extremely.
you. You deserve me an explanation. You do. No matter what level of proof, or even if I stand in front of a judge, girl, they got a class action lawsuit, so you will be standing in front of a judge.
Right.
But, if I win or lose, people, yeah, okay, people controlled by jealousy and envy will still want tickets to the show. They paid for it, but that's not the question. I would not be clowned in any circus.
The ad-libs.
I would not be clowned in any circus. Those who believe and acknowledge my track record of accomplishing the extraordinary, what no other black woman has, Tutu, okay, will be blessed with the opportunity to take back the money, equity, and the power that had been stolen from us with me. Girl, what are you talking about?
What is she talking about?
What the
Sound
hell?
Like a scripture. Like I had to like I need somebody.
Wait,
I need
God is coming. Wait, scripture is coming. Wait. Either way, I've been anointed.
Oh, he's there.
And dipped in God's grace and will rise. I won't be discouraged in serving my community and still learning to not find joy in the destruction of what we're trying to rebuild. I will take on the burden. She's bearing the cross.
Yes, she is.
But trust and believe I will get us somewhere. And the caption reads, I was built for this. The Lord has cleared my path beyond understanding.
Look,
and I promise you, the comments have been limited.
Look, first of all, stop using God's name in vain. Number one, for your bad business ethics. Number one.
Girl, one of the comments, what no other black woman has.
Right. Exactly. So my whole thing is, it's like, first and foremost, you are Christian, but you are putting other black women who don't have as much as you do, as you say, down. Because you feel like they're jealous because they paid their money and they did not get whatever the hell that you were supposed to give. Excuse me, Lord, for using, whatever. But, so my whole thing is, it's like, how are you the victim here? You didn't lose anything. It's the people who's paying you for your service that lost. So how did that turn into jealousy? Is it someone that you know? Is it someone is this made up? What they're saying is multiple individuals who say that, you're doing bad business. So I'm confused.
And what gets me is you have a lot of, because to me this is a thing. It's just like church. And this is exactly like church. You will have people in the church that knows that pastor such and such is having sex with sister Amy, Michelle, Samantha, and Christina, and somehow, some way, they're ready to fight the battle of this man of God. And this is the thing about believing in people and not having a relationship with God. Because this is an issue. To me, it's like you're gaslighting. You're playing with people's emotions.
Right.
It's like dealing with a man that cheats and somehow he convinces you that, I don't cheat on you. Like, I think I don't cheat on you because I ain't shit. I cheat on you because you ain't shit. Like, wait a minute.
Right.
What did I miss? Like, how can you tell people that have trusted you? And I feel like most of the people that are amening and high-fiving in her comments have not invested in her business.
They haven't.
These are the people that have soaking up the free gems.
Right.
Free gems is one thing, but when I give you my money, I need what I paid
What
for.
I paid for.
So, and that's why I think that it's like, okay, I get it. It doesn't. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. At the end of the day, you're still a thief. Let's just be real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so it's like at one point, like, okay, whose side are you on? Are you on the side of the person who took a loss? Peter took a loss, but Paul benefited.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, at the end of the day, it could very be us who invested into this woman who feels that she has done something that no other woman has done in history, which is like a major claim. But to be very honest, there's tons of women on social media that have given free game.
Right.
And another
and
thing
you're
that,
one of them. She hustles. Check it out. A whole lot of free game on that site.
right.
I've given a whole lot of free game on my page, and my page is not even. It's a personal page on my personal page. You understand? I give it a lot of free game in life.
And my thing about it is like, okay, you give free game, but you also charge money. So when at the end of the day, is it really free game?
Is she trying to like recoup for the free game that she gave? Like, is that what she's trying to do?
I don't get it, but
she don't get it either. She was just writing stuff.
Overall, I think that it's a lot of gas. Right. Well, this is a long video, y'all.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I guess we're kind of passionate.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of gaslighting in the situation. Unfortunately.